Lovely people, welcome again to the Love Me channel. Thank you for taking the time to invest in yourself. In this video, we'll talk about how to get over breakups, help you forget about your ex, and deal with a mental obsession. So, it happened. Another breakup, and as much as you'd like to be able to snap your fingers and forget all about the do not text contacts in your phone, getting over someone is a lot easier said than done. Sure, you can easily get rid of the pictures, delete the text messages, and block them on social media, but that's not the hard part. Erasing them from your mind is another story. On the other hand, a mental obsession is an outcome of an unresolved goal. For example, you want someone to be closer than they are, or someone left you and you want them back, so your brain locks onto this goal and tries to achieve it. The problem is that because you can't act on it, or your actions aren't effective, you're left with a mental obsession. So while I wish I had an exact step-by-step guide on how to get this person out of your head completely, the reality is there isn't one answer. The feelings of love or even just a really deep like with someone don't just disappear overnight, but that doesn't mean you can't work on it. At Love Me, we wanted to help. That's why we've asked some breakup pros like dating experts, sexologists, authors, and yes, even a psychic, about how to stop yourself from thinking about someone. So stay with us till the end. You'll be surprised at how easy it is to get rid of your ex if you follow these steps. Number 10. Distract yourself. This may be the most obvious one, but it's true. One of the best ways to stop thinking about someone is to take that energy and redirect it into creating something new. Not only can a new project serve as a distraction, but it may also reveal undiscovered talents, says Bianca Williams, author of the romance series Sidelined. Whether it's writing a book, developing a new app, or finally starting that new business plan you've been dreaming about, dig deep and let your emotional connection to that individual fuel you. You never know, it may lead you to your purpose. Number 9. Establish some boundaries with yourself. Just so you know, you absolutely have the power to control where your mind goes and what you think about. But that's a lot easier to do when you set boundaries with your ex after the breakup. Early on in the breakup phase, make it very clear what you need and don't need from your ex in order to make moving forward more bearable, says dating expert Vanessa Russell, a writer for Women's Health Interactive. Let them know that you don't want them to call or text, or under what circumstances. She says that it can also be helpful to figure out how to break the news to other mutual friends or close family, especially if you've been together for a while. Doing so will keep you on the same page, and if they hold up their end of the deal and vice versa, it'll make them gradually fade from your mind and give you the time you need to heal and grow. Number 8. Break the if-only intrusions. Sometimes after a breakup or a rejection, our mind gets stormed with the if-only thoughts. If only I were perfect, we would still be together. If only I was honest that one time, he would have wanted to work on things. But in reality, the chances are quite high that none of your if-onlys would have made any difference. Nothing you could have said, done, or given would have changed who your ex-partner is and was in the relationship, nor the outcome. You're not in control or responsible for who is or was, ever. Number 7. Understand that you may still have feelings for this person. I'm sure we'd all love to just stop caring for someone as soon as we break up, but we all know that isn't how human emotions work. Clinical psychologist and relationship advisor Brenda Wade says that it's okay to still love your ex. Love is the greatest gift in life, and if love comes into your life, it's never wrong. But what needs to be understood is that sometimes love isn't enough to make a relationship work, she says. But moving on from a relationship doesn't always have to mean that the love you feel ends. Sometimes the only way to let go is to love someone enough to want the best for him or her, even if that means not being together. In other words, perhaps once you stop beating yourself up over caring about them still, you may stop thinking about them entirely. Number 6. Indulge in all the self-care. By Shalini Kada, a psychic whose readings focus mostly on relationships, comes with a great healing potion for the heartbroken mind. Soak yourself in a bathtub filled with water to relax and rejuvenate, she says. This should help to clear out all the unwanted thoughts, feelings, and energies that you're not letting go of. Afterward, you'll find yourself feeling less heavy and hopefully less stressed about your ex, she confirms. You can also try all the other fun self-care things like a massage, new skincare routine, or bubble bath. Number 5. In some cases, you may need to get closure. I can assure you 99.99% of the time, closure is a made-up concept that won't bring you peace. Most of the time, nothing your ex will say is going to make you feel better. If anything, it'll delay your healing process even further. But with that said, sometimes we can't stop thinking about someone because there are unresolved issues and things we need to say to them. says Akamiya Deadweiler, author of Single That, Dispelling the Top 10 Myths of the Single Woman. Write a long letter to your ex about how you feel, why you're hurt, what you wanted from them, etc., without ever sending it. Sometimes just getting it all out on paper, as if you're actually talking to this person, will be what you need. It may also be helpful to talk to a counselor or therapist to help break down the problems with a licensed professional instead of your ex. But if you really need to talk to your ex again and unravel the breakup a bit more, again, tread carefully, Deadweiler says it may be helpful to talk with them. And if you know it'll give you more of a clear conscience and unburdened heart, it's worth it. Number 4. Reconnect with who you are. Sometimes you get so swept up in trying to avoid thinking about your ex that you forget to think about you. But really, giving yourself the same attention you would have otherwise given them may help clear your mind. Grab your calendar or planner and make a list of things you enjoy doing either alone or with friends and family, says relationship expert K.S. Lewis. Start at the top and actually make a date with yourself to do each and every item. This is a great time to try out a new restaurant, binge watch your favorite show, enjoy a spa day, or try an online cooking class. Before you know it, you'll be too busy enjoying your you time to even think about you-know-who. Number 3. Write it all out. Like we mentioned before, writing is absolutely key to getting rid of the things inside of your head. And if you want to empty yourself of certain thoughts, pouring them out onto paper can really help. Turn on some great music, pour a glass of your favorite wine, and put pen to paper. Once you begin to permit yourself to acknowledge the thought, feel the thought, and write it down, it's amazing how much better you feel, says matchmaker Jida Purvis. By the way, if you're not exactly the writing type, jotting thoughts down in your notes tab is just as effective. Number 2. Don't rush things. Getting over someone who's been a part of every facet of your life can be difficult regardless of your relationship's duration, says clinical sexologist Rachel Summer. So give yourself time to grieve without putting time limits. Have someone else on speed dial and shift your focus to self-care. If you focus too much on why it's taking so long to stop thinking about someone, you'll only think about them more. Number 1. Remove the things in your life that remind you of them. If you want to stop thinking about someone, you're going to have to get rid of things that remind you of them. Our thoughts are generated by triggers that remind us of an actual experience, individual, or previous event, says psychotherapist Nicholas Hardy. This can be a restaurant, a certain gym, clothes, gifts, etc. Regardless, being intentional about separating yourself from ongoing reminders is extremely vital with not thinking about someone. Keep in mind, we're not saying you should avoid your favorite restaurant because you went there with your ex once, but maybe it would be wise to your mental health if you avoided driving by your ex's gym around the same time they go every day. Thank you so much for watching this video. Remember, you are love and you are loved. Please subscribe to keep updated on new videos. Feel free to ask any questions below in the comments.